We moved right across the street from them in 1969 when my dad got stationed here at Tyndall Air Force Base. And that's how we met. We met out washing cars, being guys. He'd just graduated from high school. I was starting my senior year at Rutherford. And we hit it off and became good friends right away. And when we were young, we both dreamt of being administrators in the school system. He wanted to be a superintendent, and eventually he got that opportunity. I thought I was wanting to be a superintendent until he got, and then I didn't want to be a superintendent.
Larry and I go back to Bay High School. We were peers at Bay High. He taught English and communications, and I was a guidance counselor. And he was a really, really popular teacher. He made it interesting, and he didn't just stand up and lecture, and so kids were always wanting to get into his class.
Most people have heard you or I at one time or another probably talk about that you were my senior English teacher at Bay High School. And they don't know the rest of the story. The rest of the story was our time we worked together at Rutherford. And you inspired me and encouraged me to get into administration because I was getting ready to get out of education, period.
He initiated the International Baccalaureate program, which was the first magnet program in the county. And they stole so many of our academic students with the IB program.
I met him as a summer school teacher. I was working here at Mosley, and he would come over and teach summer school. And then later, our current principal was retiring, and we came up with Mr. Bolinger. Everybody said, he's going to run for superintendent. We said, we don't care. We want good years with Mr. Bolinger because he's always a great personality, good ideas, and we want 1 or 2 good years with him rather than take an unknown person.
In 1995, I came to work for Bay District School, and Larry was the principal at Mosley. In the summer of 95, we had a fire at Mosley, and it damaged about 7,000 square foot of the administrative area. And I found out before they'd had a fire a few months before in the locker room, so everybody started calling Larry Blaze Bolinger.
There were so many incidents that happens when you're superintendent. Funny, and some of them are not funny at the time, but they're funny later when you start talking about it. But Larry and I had a lot of times where we got a good laugh over just what we did. You have to learn to laugh at yourself, and I think Larry knows how to do that too.
You know, rarely does Mr. Bolinger is he speechless. And I remember this story back at the old campus where every year we celebrate Dress Like a Pirate Day or Talk Like a Pirate Day. And I remember over the years, students would come up to Mr. Bolinger and myself and say, you know, are you Jack Sparrow? Are you a pirate? Are you a buccaneer? But I remember one year, a student, I think it was a first grader, came up to Mr. Bolinger at the old campus and said to him, are you Captain Morgan, sir?
It has been very much a roller coaster ride. I think it's just the nature of education. I'm just very, very grateful that when we needed him to, Larry was willing to hop up in that first car, throw his hands up in the air, and scream along with the rest of us on the ride.
When we needed a new CEO, it was a trying time for the organization. The choice was obvious. It was Larry because of the leadership skills that he has. He's just a guy that's infectious. You want to follow him. And the big thing is, he leads by example. He's not going to ask you to do something that he wouldn't do himself.
Larry and I had the opportunity to serve together as public officials. He is superintendent, as me as state representative. And I had the opportunity to see firsthand his incredible leadership skills because I think he's the only one who could have successfully led the charge to pass the half-cent tax.
So Larry and I have worked on many projects together, and there have been some pretty big projects and some a little contentious, but he's always had this very calm attitude when it comes to making it work. He is one that he really tries to bring everyone together. I think that's one of the most important characteristics of him is that he's looking at the bigger picture, like many of us want people to do, and then come to a resolution. That's been very helpful to me in this role as city manager because we become a partnership, we become a team.
He's very, very loyal and very committed, and he loves this organization. He's always tried to do what's best in every way he can. And he's been through a whole lot with this group. He took over in some of the most difficult times that we've been through.
Getting all the pieces put back together after such tragedies like the hurricane of 2018, Hurricane Michael, as well as the COVID pandemic. I mean, I never saw him idle. He was always busy. He was always bringing people together. And not only that, he always did it with a smile on his face. I'm very impressed with Larry Bolinger. Very happy that he was both the principal here and eventually the CEO.
We went through what was a horrible event. Larry, being the leader that he is, really showed up at Bay Haven and North Bay Haven, got folks to work. And, you know, to his credit, Bay Haven was the very first, or North Bay Haven rather, but at least the Haven schools were the first schools to open in Bay County. And that was because Larry just got it done. I mean, that's just how he does things. Sometimes it's not real orthodox. It might not be a straight line, but he gets it done. Now, got to give credit to all the folks that are underneath his tutelage. But if you don't have a good leader like a Larry Bolinger, you're not going to make stuff happen.
After the hurricane, he really stepped up and helped us a lot. He was influential in getting us into the Bay Haven gym as a church, and we were able to worship there for almost 2 years. And without that, I don't know where we'd be as a church. I have no idea what would happen, but I'm just always grateful for him doing that.
In these chaotic moments, in these messes that might happen at the Havens, he was always that cool, calm, collective voice. And so I really needed that at that time of my life. And I learned a lot from him about interpersonal relationships, his leadership style, allowing people to grow within their job. I learned that all of that from him, and he was a great teacher in that. I did not learn anything from his jokes. I've had 7 years of jokes, and he's got 10 on rotation that he likes to tell.
He's probably been as influential to me as just about anybody outside of family. He's been good to me, and I can't thank him enough. I don't know if I am what I am because of him or in spite of him, but I'm here. So I'm a product of Larry B's 50 years in education.
There's not many people that can say they've been in education for 50 years. And Larry is a visionary, whether he was a teacher or superintendent or his tenure at the district or now at Bay Haven. He's a visionary. He sees out where education needs to be tomorrow. There's not many people like that. He is rock solid with education and has been for 50 years.
What do you say with someone that's committed to public education for such a long time? And when someone commits 50 years to children, it's a family involvement. So hats off to Miss Jane and the rest of Larry's family. Larry, thank you so much, man, for what you're doing, what you've done, the impact you've made on our district, on our children, on our schools. You just can't say enough. And so thank you very much on behalf of the citizens of Bay County and certainly my family.
I want to congratulate you for your 50 years in the educational field. Without a doubt, you have had an opportunity to influence and help mold a number of our youth here in Bay County as they make their way into adulthood. What a tremendous testimony to your service to our community. And certainly it would go without notice that I also mentioned Jane, because she, I know, is an integral part of your career, and I just wish you the best and Godspeed and everything that's ahead for you.
He's leaving a very strong legacy. He's a man that we've always been able to look up to and know that he was doing the right thing for us. And I just envision him in retirement, with his feet up and looking after the grandbabies and thinking back on all the good that he's done, because he's got a lot to draw from. Anytime you leave a legacy like that, you have to rest easy knowing that you've done a really good job.
Hey Larry, thank you so much. Congratulations for making it to the end of this ride, and I wish you just a grand and glorious next one.
So Larry, as you finish your 50-year career and start your retirement, I hope you'll take stock in what an incredible impact you've had on so many people and on this community. Because of your commitment and because you cared and really cared about so many of these children that came through. Hundreds of them have gone on to have successful careers and fulfilling lives. And for that, you should be really proud.
You have led us to new heights. You are leaving us in good hands. We thank you for your 50 years of dedication and all your dedication, especially to the Havens. Well done, my friend, well done.
It's been a wide range of experiences, and I've had the joy and privilege of being part of it. And my life has been enriched because of it. And I just wish that you would enjoy your retirement, fling that door open, jump into retirement like you do everything else, and have a good time.
He has been absolutely a mentor and a trailblazer, and there's so many of us that are grateful and so thankful for his tremendous service, and we have no doubt that for the remainder of his life he will be teaching somebody somewhere. Congratulations, Larry.
Mr. Bolinger, Captain Morgan, we thank you. I want to thank you for being an important part of my life, for our kids' lives, and congratulations, sir.
Well, I guess after 50 years, you need some time to relax and spend time with your family and do the things you like. One of the things you like to do is hunting. And I know a number of years ago you came hunting at my place in Marianna, and I failed to wake up, so you spent the whole morning at the front gate. So now, Larry, since you've got more time, I'll set the alarm, I'll make sure I get up, we'll go hunting.
I owe a lot to you for my career. I appreciate you. We've always been great friends, no matter what everybody thought on the outside. We always laughed about everything, but I know God's got a plan for you and Jane and your family. I'm excited for you, and I know the future is going to be very bright, and may it be very long. God bless you. Thank you for all you've done for this community and for all the young people and all the families in Bay County. God bless you.
What a great day this is. Larry, congratulations. 50 years of service in education is absolutely extraordinary, and you're to be commended for that exceptional service. When I reflect on you and your career, it's been a privilege for me to see that from afar. Certainly the 33 years that you were here at Bay District Schools, 11 as a teacher, 22 as an administrator, which included 4 years as a superintendent. I know for me, I am following in the footsteps of great giants such as yourself being a superintendent. I want to thank you for what you have done to transform and make education better in Bay County. You have been instrumental in investing in so many thousands of lives within our community that have been a pathway and a beacon for others to be able to grow and learn and to be able to have careers and lives in our community. We owe you an immense gratitude and debt of appreciation for all you've done to advance education in arguably the most transformative decades that has ever been faced in education. I commend you, I congratulate you. It's a privilege for me to call you friend, and I wish you oh so much success and enjoyment in your well-deserved retirement. Best to you, and I look forward to seeing you around in our community. Thanks again.
Larry, to take something you said, I think when you were at Mosley, the future's so bright, you have to wear shades.